History is not a straight line. It is a series of shadows, hidden rooms, and redacted secrets. And among the most guarded secrets of the 20th century is a missing chapter from the father of psychoanalysis himself. A chapter that didn't deal with the ego or the superego, but with the raw, terrifying power of the masculine spark. Sigmund Freud, the man who mapped the human mind, found something in the biological depths that he chose to bury. He discovered that male sexual energy was not just a drive, but a literal, physical currency of power. But as his fame grew, the truth became too dangerous for the masses. The secret chapter was excised. Tonight, we recover what was lost. We dive into the redacted notes and the private letters to fly us. We are looking for the blueprint of the transmuted man, the secret of attraction, magnetism, and absolute self-mastery. The year was 1895. Vienna was a city of gaslight and deep unspoken tensions. A silent epidemic was sweeping through the masculine elite, a condition they called the Great Exhaustion. Men were losing their drive, their ambition was fading, their ability to command a room was evaporating. Freud called it neurasthenia, a total bankruptcy of the vital masculine reserves. From his clinical chair, Freud watched as the most successful men in the world squandered their fire. He realized that the habit was not just a moral failing, it was a biological suicide. To understand this, we must look at Freud's hydraulic model, his view of the libido as a physical liquid. He believed the masculine spirit was powered by a reservoir of energy, like the steam of the Victorian world. If the pressure was vented too often, the engine lost its torque. The man lost his edge. But the published papers were just the surface. The real insights were shared in secret with Wilhelm Fliess. In these letters, Freud spoke of sexual toxins and the chemical transformation of the blood itself. He suspected that when a man retains his essence, his body undergoes a profound chemical evolution. The senses sharpen, the voice deepens, the presence becomes heavy, like the atmosphere before a storm. But as the 20th century dawned, Freud realized these biological truths were too occult for medicine. The pages detailing the physical potency of semen retention were removed from the 3 essays. The secret chapter was replaced by the more psychological theory of sublimation. Sublimation, taking that raw biological pressure and forging it into something of value. Freud knew that every cathedral, empire, and masterpiece was built on a foundation of contained fire. He used Leonardo da Vinci as his primary case study, a man of absolute lifelong containment. Da Vinci didn't just have a high IQ, he had an internal pressure system that he never leaked. This is the transmutation, the turning of biological lead into the gold of masculine presence. It creates a quiet fire that radiates from a man, an energy that people feel instantly. When a man retains, he develops a gravity. He becomes the center of the room. Attraction is not a choice, it is a response to the unvibrated energy of the retained male. In his hidden notes, Freud suggested that this containment shifts the power dynamic of every interaction. A man with full reserves doesn't seek approval, he is the standard for all others. The most radical idea in the secret chapter was what Freud hinted about the nature of luck. He suggested that concentrated energy aligns the world with willpower, as if reality bows to vitality. Today, a new generation is rediscovering the power that Freud once attempted to hide. Semen retention is the reclamation of the ancient masculine fire in a world designed to extinguish it. But the path of retention is not for the weak. It is a path of internal combat. To contain the fire is to be burned by it unless you transform it. This is the process Freud described, the chemical death of the boy and the birth of the man. It is the difference between a man who reacts and a man who commands from within. The secret chapter may be gone from textbooks, but the truth is in the blood of men seeking greatness. The power is there, waiting to be claimed. But are you willing to pay the price? If you are ready to reclaim your inheritance, your journey begins with one choice. Do not allow your fire to be squandered. Become the man you were meant to be. Subscribe to this journey, like and share this video to spread the truth. Knowledge is power. If this message resonated, show support by hitting the thanks button below. Our work continues. Thank you. To understand transmutation, we must look at the atomic scale of masculine intent. It is the compression of raw desire into a singular, indestructible focus. Freud knew that the man who dissipates is like loose sand, blown by every wind of impulse. But the man who retains is the diamond, unyielding, brilliant, and capable of cutting through any obstacle. The psychological shift begins the moment the internal pressure is accepted rather than avoided. It is a reclamation of the self, a declaration that you are no longer a slave to your biological programming. You become the observer of your impulses rather than their victim. This is the birth of the master. In the social sphere, the retained man moves with a different tempo. He does not rush. He does not plead. His silence is louder than the noise of others. He commands the room by his very existence. Others instinctively sense his reserves. They see a man who is not for sale, a man who cannot be easily swayed. Biologically, the advantage is profound. The body begins to prioritize its own fortification over mere reproduction. The nervous system is reinforced. The reflexes become sharper. The mind becomes a predatory instrument. This is what Freud hinted at in the deleted work, the physical transformation into a superior biological state. Freud was not the first to discover this. He was simply the first to attempt to map it with modern science. The ancients called it the inner fire. They knew that the man who could master his own desires could master the world. Freud's secret chapter was a bridge between this ancient wisdom and the cold, hard reality of the 20th century. But why suppress it? Why keep this power hidden from the very men who needed it most? Perhaps because a man who is truly self-mastered is a man who cannot be controlled by the systems of the world. The modern world thrives on dissipation. It needs you weak, distracted, and constantly seeking the next hit of dopamine. Every screen, every advertisement, and every social norm is designed to vent your internal pressure. To retain in the modern world is an act of total rebellion. It is a war against the very fabric of our society. But for the man who chooses this path, the rewards are as ancient as the fire itself. He becomes a ghost in the machine. His presence is felt as a weight, a gravity that pulls others into his orbit, without him ever saying a word. She does not see his bank account or his status. She feels the intense, unvibrated vitality he carries within. He is the master of his own internal world, and as a result, he becomes the master of his external reality. But do not be deceived. This is not a path of comfort. It is a path of constant internal vigilance. The fire will burn you if you do not have the strength to contain it. It will drive you mad if you do not transform it. You must be prepared to stand alone. You must be prepared to be misunderstood. You must be prepared to win. The secret chapter may have been deleted, but you are the one who will write the next one. You are the reclamation of the masculine spirit. You are the fire that the world tried to extinguish. The dawn of the transmuted man is here, and it begins with the choice you make right now. Join us on this journey. Subscribe to this channel to recover more of the hidden truths that have been stolen from you. Like and share this video. Every man who hears this message is one more spark in the darkness. Let it spread. And if you feel the power of this message, if it has awakened something within you, show your support by hitting the thanks button. Your support allows us to continue this work, to dive deeper into the shadows and bring the truth back to the light. Thank you. The journey is long and the shadows are deep, but for those who retain the fire, the way is clear. Do not allow your fire to be squandered. Become the man you were meant to be. Our work continues. Think of the web of lies that has been spun around your very nature, a web of distraction and dissipation. The world has tried to lock away your power, to break the key before you could ever find the door. But a fire that is contained cannot be extinguished. It only grows hotter, more concentrated, and more lethal. This is the energy Freud spoke of in the secret chapters, an energy that can move mountains if it is never allowed to leak. It is the blood of the masculine spirit, the very essence of your ability to impact the world. You have been told that your desires are your master. Freud's secret work tells a different story. You are the master. Freud's hydraulic model was more than just a metaphor. It was a description of the human engine. The pressure that builds up within you is not a burden. It is the potential for every great work you will ever achieve. By refusing the easy release, you force that energy to find new, more complex, and more powerful pathways. It flows upward into the higher centers of the brain, sharpening the intellect and fortifying the will. This is the true meaning of sublimation. It is not a denial of life. It is the intensification of it. You become a conduit for a force that most men only experience in brief, fleeting moments of dissipation. History is written by the men who mastered their own internal pressure, those who could contain the fire. They did not need to shout. Their presence was a fact that could not be ignored or disputed. This is the magnetism Freud described in the shadows, a magnetism that is built, not born. When you carry your reserves, you carry the weight of 1,000 generations of masculine intent. She senses the potential. She feels the unvibrated fire, and she is drawn to it like a moth to a flame. This is your inheritance. This is the truth that Freud chose to bury. Reclaim it. Command it. Be it. The secret chapter is no longer a secret. You have the knowledge. Now, do you have the will? Subscribe to this channel. Share this message with every man you know who is tired of living in the shadows. And if this message has changed the way you see yourself, hit the thanks button. Support the reclamation. We are building a new foundation of masculine power, one man at a time. Thank you for being here. Do not allow your fire to be squandered. Become the man you were meant to be. The choice is yours. Our work to uncover the shadows continues. Stay focused, stay powerful, stay transmuted. Goodbye. To truly understand the secret chapter, we must examine the psychological architecture of retention. It is the building of an internal fortress, a structure of the mind that can withstand any external storm. Every moment of containment is a stone laid in the foundation of your new psychological reality. You are no longer a victim of your biology. You are the architect of your own masculine intent. The energy you save is the fuel for the life you were always meant to build. Contain it, direct it, command it. This is the final integration, the moment when the boy's fire becomes the man's sun. You are the transmuted man. You are the source. You are the master of the secret chapter. The world is waiting for you to claim your inheritance. Do not keep it waiting any longer. Our journey into the shadows ends here, but your journey into the light has only just begun. Remember the truth. Retain the fire. Become the man. Goodbye for now, but the work continues. Thank you. The cycle of energy is infinite for the man who understands the law of containment. Your will is the blade, and your energy is the whetstone. Sharpen yourself every single day. Leave behind a legacy of power, not of dissipation. Be the man that history remembers in silence. The threshold is crossed. The secret is yours. Now go and build your empire. The end.